Let's discuss Darwinism. Number 7. The Cambrian explosion. It's caused a huge problem to Darwin. And he himself said that is a problem. That he wished or hoped that science will, more fossil discovery, will result in better understanding and will close the gap. There was a gap of 70 million years. Before that, everything was primitive. After 70 million years, there were all kinds of animals and plants that we cannot connect to anything else before. Suddenly, there are things coming with vertebra and shells outside and all the different species that developed after what they call 70 million years of fossils that we couldn't find anything there, and then suddenly these things arrived or implanted there. So then the idea is that this is just a missing part, and Darwin is saying we will discover and be able to connect directly from cell all the way there. Now, with more discoveries, the two things are happening. The gap is narrowing. It's now 10 million years that we don't have fossils for, and the Cambrian explosion is getting more explosive. It's just becoming more species that we cannot understand. We can't even put them in any common ancestry even. And there's a lot of them. And there was an explosion. That's why they call it an explosion. It's not a real explosion. It's an explosion of species. So, most of these obviously were in the sea. But so these things make huge problem, pose a huge problem to New Darwinism, which they don't even want to talk about. They really don't want to talk about. When you talk about Darwinism and waste your time in school, they're always talking about changes within the species, things that nobody is debating. Yes, there are changes within the species. It was discovered already. But changes from one species to another, you can't prove. There's no proof for it. It's a theory that is actually proven wrong. There were some discoveries in China about 10 years ago or so, or more, that it reached the point that in in the words of a professor, that it actually flipped the Darwin's tree of life upside down. It's not so primitive down, or so small number of species there, or common ancestors that actually developed all of those branches and reached all of those species. No, it's actually the opposite. There's a lot more species after the Cambrian explosion than right now, or it cannot be explained. So it's really amazing that some people with intellect, they believe in this stupid theory. Tell Richard Dawkins I want to debate him.